Hello, hello. I'll be looking. Upright. And roll. What's up, Ben? How you doing, buddy? Hoping for a good race. I have not spent any time here lurking during this track. Yeah, it's I literally did my first laps. I mean, not ever in this track. I've certainly done quite a few. I don't know it super well. And it must have been the first time I've done some laps with the chicane the way that it is on this configuration. That thing is super aggressive. Got moved, trying to figure out how to make everything. Some switch monitor. Oh, I gotcha. Baseball's good, man. It was, well, it was hot. How about that? It was really hot. Unfortunately. Made for a long, painful weekend, to be fair. Just one of those weekends where it's like, it's so hot. So for instance, on Sunday, the actual temperature was probably like low 90s, so not that hot. The index, the heat index was 107 or 108. So maybe it was just, when the gap is that huge, you can obviously tell the humidity is insane. And it just makes it miserable. Not to mention that day he was playing on a turf field. And just getting, it's just miserable.
All right. Clear.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, around here, it's...
Sorry about that.
The humidity for us is just nuts. Yeah, it's great, obviously, after it rains and all that, but man, it is miserable on just a normal day. Just one of those days you just hope ends as fast as possible, which is unfortunate because you want to see them win too, you know? Like, you don't want to sit there and be rooting against them so you can go home and get out of the heat. But it can be really challenging. Oh yeah, Georgia is horrible for humidity. Excuse me. Actually have a baseball tournament there this week. It's I'm not going, but yeah, it's gonna be tough. I was kind of testing earlier today, well, an hour ago, how much pain adding streaming to my game is, like how painful that can be. And it's kind of wild how much FPS I lose by doing streaming.
Right side, clear.
Pretty insane, actually. And not even actually streaming, but just having OBS up and all the stuff I use for that. It's crazy, honestly. I need to figure out how to make it hurt less. Two little stutters that I was not seeing when I was driving solo. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, it's definitely a good reason for it. If you have the equipment for it, yeah. And I think it probably doesn't matter in the vast majority of cases, but, you know, when you think of the extreme pixels being pushed for a triple, you know, triple 1440p display like a lot of folks are using in the sim racing world, it makes a lot more sense, right? Why you would get a capture card and have a second PC to do it. Takes the pain off this machine. And this is a monster machine. I'm still running 150 right now, but I was, you know, seeing it dip into the 120s. Which is not, the frame rate itself is not that big a deal. It's the fluctuation in the FPS that you notice. I'm like multiple seconds off the pace here. So yeah, 120. If it goes lower as you get to the end here.
709.
Yeah, 130s. Not bad.
Car stopped ahead.
But for reference, when I was sitting in the pits, not moving granted, but there were cars around, I was doing like 190 to 200 FPS before I turned on OBS, the broadcaster software that I use to block out the background of my camera. I know that adds a fair bit. I had my camera set up to like 1080p quality and 60 FPS. I knocked that down and that helped a little bit with game FPS. But yeah, it starts to make a lot of sense why people do two PCs. Yeah, it's a decently, I only ran like one race, maybe two races there. You know, there's a little bit of bitching when I first joined. I think it was people were mad for various reasons that people were joining late in the season, and I don't know, it was a little off-putting, but it was decent enough. The competition wasn't crazy, so you felt like you could actually compete, you know? But yeah, if you're on the West Coast, man, getting up at 6 a.m. to do that race is not great. Not great at all. Guess I need to figure out qualifying effort here. Or qualifying fuel, I should say. Done enough laps. Call it 3.1 liters. It's a 4-lap quali, which I completely forgot about last week. I can't clear my throat. We'll call it 3.1 liters. Needed for 4 laps, really needed for 5 laps. Although I guess I could take it easy on the out lap. It's 15.5 liters. Check this is working. Oh. Is my camera really shitty because I'm in the dark? It's so funny y'all can't tell I'm in the dark because I've got 5 screens or 4 screens on my face. But yeah. Oh, now you can tell. Wow. Anywho. Let's see. Fuel. Load their quali setup. Not Daytona. I've been at Daytona like all week. Nurb. It's 11 liters. Probably want do 16. Save as. Oh. GT3 Nurb, 11 liters, not really. See if we can actually get through 4 quali laps with this set. One more check here. 16 liters in it. Goodness, man. I don't know how last week I forgot that
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
that PRL gives you 4 laps in qualifying, and yet somehow it did.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Let me know if there's any stuttering or kind of curious. I've been messing. I've literally tried to remove a ton of stuff from OBS, just streamline this a little bit. I think it got a little too bloated over time. I should have enough to get the laps I need. Seems good. Cool. Yeah, let me know, man. Once we get to like a lot of cars and all that sort of thing, it might shake it up a little bit. They've got like all the lights turned off in the basement, like all the lights. So I wasn't sure how the camera would react to that. Obviously I have a lot of lights pointed at my face because of the screens, but no other lights in here. Ooh, I definitely need to practice pit entry. Alright. So we're gonna cross the line. It says I've got 4.1 laps to go, so kind of perfect. See if the liters per lap changes since I'm in a qualifying mode. Guessing it'll go up a little bit. If so, maybe I'll click it up 1 more liter. Not good at this track, man. Even when we did the Nurburgring 24, the GP circuit was my worst. Like, worst part of the track for me. Rest of the track, not so bad. I felt like I saw some frame drops right there. Le Mans, Nurburgring, and Spa, back to back. Ooh, you mean like in the real one? Like the real 24? There's no way they're doing all 3 of those races back to back 24 real life, right? That's insane. Rip Kevin Estra, Jesus. I mean, kind of awesome for us, but also kind of terrible for us. It's nice to have them spaced out a little bit, so you can have something to look forward to, instead of the whole endurance series or season feeling like it's over in 3 weeks. That's insane. Yeah, I guess they just had the 24-hour Spa race. Oh. And Le Mans was actually earlier this month, so even that was pretty close as it is. Oh. Yeah, the Nurburgring wasn't that far away either. Huh. That's crazy. And then on the opposite side, you got
0.593.
Daytona 24 like 6 months earlier. I really do enjoy a lot of the American endurance races too. Sebring, Daytona. Come on, we're at Atlanta. There's some good ones. And of course, Bathurst, GOAT. Coda. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Coda either. I love Daytona. Sebring, yeah. I think I like Daytona more, not so much because of the track, but just the history of it, and the fact that it's also the first race of the year, like for anybody in endurance racing. Just something special about it, you know, it kicks off the whole year. And I think the track's super unique. Obviously it's pretty basic, but it's pretty cool. I've also been there, so that kind of helps. And I just lost all of my standings of JRT. That's cool.
You got a slow car on the right. You got a slow car on
I don't
the
know how
right.
much I can cut that and actually get away with
Go
it.
left.
Oh my god, there's a braking marker back there. .2 laps. So I think we're good on fuel. 16 liters is the right call. That's good to know. Let's finish it out. Not Rodrigo, same bastard from last week.
Left side.
Rodrigo, you suck, dude.
Clear.
Honestly.
You got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Why am I not surprised in the slightest? Is it that close? In the real world? True, because we do Daytona before the real one. It's not far. If it's not the week right after, it's really close. It's got to be within 2 or 3 weeks tops. I love Bathurst. I prefer it in iRacing. Kind of tough to watch. But obviously it's just amazing all around, of course. Oh, Nurburgring 24 was my favorite this year for iRacing. But very notoriously difficult to broadcast that race, of course. First week in February. Yes, it's maybe 1 week gap in there at most. Should have been second. Oh, interesting. So the real one is before the virtual one, huh? So I feel like that's like middle of February. The virtual one. Wow, all my standings just popped in above my head, and that was aggressive. I don't see any weird stutters or anything in the video feed.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Nine people hanging out, chilling. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoy your lurky. Not sure what I just said, to be honest. Meant to say you're lurking. Oh, dude. That would be wild. I mean, just to even see one of those would be insane. Yeah. I'm not even sure which one I would pick if I could only choose one. My heart says Nurburgring.
Mic check.
Mike's not here. Sorry, I'm a dad. Obligatory response. Alright, let's check this pit entry here. Feel like we're good on fuel. 16 liters is fine.
Don't forget to pit for more fuel.
Oh god. That's an off track, not a slowdown. Good to know.
Pit box in 10,
Probably won't be that aggressive, but
5,
it works.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
Good
Oh,
evening,
great.
everybody. Just a quick warning. In about 10 minutes, we're going to do our pre-race meeting. Here in 10 minutes, pre-race meeting.
Should I say something kind to Rodrigo? Does that open me up to more problems? Well, I want to go to just because it's to me it's the most prestigious race in the world, and Spa will be my choice if I can only do one. Yeah, I mean, it's like so hard to pick. Like, I agree with you. I think Le Mans probably is the most prestigious race in the world. Spa. You know, the negative with Spa, a buddy of mine went to Spa to the F1 race and talks about just how painful it is to actually get to the track, the logistics of it all. Let me see if this is even worth it. Be a little more careful with GT3 traffic. Thanks. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's put some good juju out there. See if it comes back to us, you know. Or maybe he'll kill me in the race. I mean, honestly, who knows? Whatever. That's as nice as I can get, okay? The fact that I use the word please and thank you in one sentence, come on. That's so unlike me. Hello, Spa. Spa's definitely one of my favorites, man. It really is. It's changed a little bit in recent years. Spa used to be my favorite racetrack on the planet. It's not really, I wouldn't say that it is anymore. I'm sure what would be. Recency bias is always kind of affected by that, right? Like, I love Portimao. That is definitely up there for me as one of my favorite racetracks right now. Getting into an iRacing was awesome. Like, it just seems rare these days that they introduce a track that becomes like pretty popular in major series like right out of the gate, you know? They've got all the big tracks, so it's like once you add something like that, it's pretty rare. Most tracks are dead on arrival to the point that they're even adding them as freebies, you know? So to see one that's paid that comes in and right away is pretty popular, you know, relative to new tracks, of course. It's very rare. And I think the only others I could think that would come in and be really popular right away would be like Bahrain. What else would be super popular that's big? I don't know. Bahrain would definitely be one, though. I mean, it's Formula, obviously races there, Formula 1, so all the Formula stuff would go there and probably love it. And then, of course, WEC is there, so any of the sports car series would go there and probably be quite popular as well. But I feel like they're running out. I mean, there's only so many tracks, you know? They're going to have to start going back and rescanning stuff, I think, as opposed to building new stuff. Spa, Phillip Island, Sugo, I don't know that one. Sebring, Interlagos, Red Atlanta, VIR, Red America, Olton, Vandy. That's interesting. So I would guess that your list might be okay. I wonder, would your list be different if it was like, because we specifically say races to go to, right? And I know for me that races to go to versus like places to race on are different for sure. So one of the things I love about, like one of the reasons I like Daytona, I've been there, so that really does add to it, honestly. I think any place you've been to and had a good experience at, like, it's gonna just naturally be higher on your list. But one really cool thing about Daytona is you can see the entire track from a seat in the stands. You can literally sit there and watch them go through the infield, come out, go around the NASCAR track. It's hard to see the bus stop if you're on the in the grandstands. Even at the very top, it's pretty difficult to see the bus stop because it's literally just so far away, because the place is absolutely massive. But you can see the whole track, and that really does make a difference. And those things just absolutely, especially the prototypes, man, when they go by. What's up, Martin? Thanks, buddy. When the prototypes go by Daytona, like go down the front stretch or whatever, and they're just the sound is reverberating through the walls, the concrete and all that. It's just like they're so freaking loud. It's just awesome. So awesome. Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Well, there's always more times in the future. We hope, I guess. Yeah, I've been to one IMSA race, and that was Daytona 24 in 2023. I intend to go to VIR this year, but we'll see if that actually happens, because it's so close to me. But I haven't been to a ton. I've never been to an F1 race. I've been to a bunch of NASCAR races, but only ever at Richmond because I'm here. So I'm not really the traveling type. Not even for races. The fact that I got on an airplane to go to Florida to watch the Daytona 24 is kind of insane, to be honest. Yeah, I'd love to go to Road Atlanta too. Road Atlanta for me is only about 8 hours away. Sebring would be super cool. I think Sebring's kind of in the middle of nowhere, I think, compared to like Daytona. I mean, it's literally there's a grocery store right across the street, from the entrance of the Daytona. Yeah, Red America's 8 hours for you. Nice. Yeah, I mean, for me, VIR is probably 2 hours. Atlanta's about 8. So those are reasonable. Sebring, I'll probably never do just because I hate to fly. And I've done Virginia to Fort Myers, Florida last year, actually. And that was a 15-hour drive. And I did that in one day. And that was absolutely brutal. Sebring's, I don't know exactly. It's probably 13 hours maybe to get down there, because it's also pretty low in the state. But yeah, I doubt I'll ever get down there. It's a hike, and I don't like to fly. I could see myself doing Daytona again, but this time driving. It was only, I can't imagine it's more than like 10 hours to Daytona. It really shouldn't be that bad. Jacksonville, oh my lord. Ooh, yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, the furthest I've ever driven was definitely Virginia to Fort Myers, Florida. But yeah, that was a hike for sure. That's definitely the furthest, and I honestly can't imagine doing anything more than that. Certainly not in one day. I mean, it was 15 hours in one day. We're generally pretty smart, and we have to do long trips like that. Like, we'll go, that's insane, dude. 24 hours is crazy. we're typically will break it up. Like last year when we went to Fort Myers, we stopped in Jacksonville, stayed overnight, and that was about 10 hours inclusive of stops and stuff. And so we did that, stayed the night, and then finished the drive the next day. But on the way back, it's like I just want to get home, so we just go straight through. That's crazy. I don't know if I could do that. That would be tough. Even the Fort Myers trip, it was like, I don't remember what hour it was, but once we hit the state of Virginia, it was kind of like it's like I just have to. It's like a endurance race at that point. I'm just trying to finish. Yeah, that definitely matters. Being in my early 40s trying to do that is not, and with sleep apnea, it's not the smartest thing on the planet. That's for sure. All right. I'm ready. We got like 10 minutes before this thing gets going here. I'm guessing they'll do the driver thing here shortly. Dude, I'm the same way, man. Like, I'm literally the same way. I get fussy when I have to go an hour north to a baseball tournament, or, you know, this weekend we were local tournaments, but I mean, some of the fields were like 45 minutes, 60 minutes from my house. So it's like, yeah, cool. It's kind of in the city, but we have a very large metro area here, so a baseball field can literally be 60 minutes from my house to be considered local. Yeah, and we literally did it 4 days in a row. I mean, we had baseball games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. True. True. I'll be a little bit more motivated to go to VIR in August, that's for sure. We'll see if I can make it happen, but yeah, that's the plan. Well, I can tell you who's going to win this race. Brett is just literally faster than everybody else in GT3. He was last weekend. He's a second faster than me. I'm 6th in class. He's more than a second faster than me.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this pre-race meeting started. If everyone could please head back to the pits, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, it sucks, man. That sucks. Yeah, I really don't like the hotel stays and stuff either. I feel you. Hopefully I do this quick so I can hit a little bathroom break. Yep, thanks Ben. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, so today's track-specific reminders and notes for the Nurburgring Grand Prix circuit. The GTP leader may start the race at their discretion once the safety car is in the pit lane. The GT3 class must wait for the green flag to begin the race. In Turn 1 through Turn 4, exercise caution at the start of the race, particularly from Turn 1 to Turn 4. Ensure sufficient space is left for competitors. This is a 45-minute race, so there is ample time to build pace and plan overtakes strategically. As far as pit entry goes, please practice entering and exiting the pit. Avoid cutting the pit entry line in to prevent penalties. On pit exit, the car exiting the pit has the right-of-way to occupy the right side of the track going into Turn 1. Give way to them regardless of class and position. Again, that's pit exit. Car exiting pit road has the right-of-way regardless of class. From Turn 6 to Turn 10, then this section has limited room. Please respect your fellow drivers and maintain predictability in traffic. GT3 cars with the blue flag, maintain your racing line. The GTP cars will navigate around you. If yielding to a GTP car, please do so predictably and do not, at the last moment, into a corner, make a sudden move. For the GTP cars with the blue flag, please be predictable and avoid last-second maneuvers into non-existent gaps. The GT3 drivers will not be driving using their mirrors.
Nope.
Corner cuts.
This
Serve
blinky
any
boy
corner cut penalties
fixes it.
safely and off of the racing line. If you happen to spin out, please hold your brake and be
Kimmy, you missed
predictable
the presentation
while
by
people get
Pele.
around you.
Yeah.
When you get over
Appreciate
it.
that,
When
man.
rejoining
Thank
the
you.
track,
Yeah,
please
I was
check your
having
black
shit.
box before rejoining. Unsafe rejoin and not holding
Love
the
it.
brake will result in harsher penalties if protested.
I
Thank you,
submitted
everyone.
like
That is your pre-race meeting.
2
luck.
protests last week. Alright, I'm gonna hit the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Get ready for this bad boy. One last time. Good. I got the right amount of liters. Oh no, it didn't reset the car. Yes, it will once the session switches over. Hey, what's up, dude? Tyler, right? Tyler? That starts with a T. Hard to remember a lot of people's first names. I'm also terrible with names. This is actually kind of a good way for me. Travis. Damn it. It's kind of a nice way for me to try to figure it out. And here's the problem, Travis. I'm gonna call you Tyler like all the time because that was the first thing that jumped in my brain. It's gonna be difficult. All right. Travis.
Yeah, just a heads up, Chris, you are blinking very badly.
Which Chris? Oh, yeah, that one. Number 6. Which one?
You've got about
Sorry,
4 laps
Chris
of
Prior.
fuel.
Primer.
Chris has that Kmart internet.
Not this Chris.
Chris Tiber, your internet is brutal, man. You're all over the map.
Wild, dude. Yeah, I have not. I think I've driven a couple laps there when it was week 13 and it was the new track. So they were doing like, you know, the shiny shakedown or whatever it's called. But yeah, I have not. I don't know that place at all. If I were to go there right now, I wouldn't know whether I was going left or right. And I hear it's supposed to be wet too. That's gonna suck. I think with this car, kind of the sweet spot is around the third or fourth lap. From what I understand, which could be wrong. Okay, can't cut that hard. Too early, I think. Hard to say. Alright, got about a minute while he starts.
On the right.
I had not run a lap on this track until about 3 hours ago. Well, not ever, but not in a while.
Car on your left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
In seconds. Do it to it. I think it's safe to say we need a good qualifying effort here. I can see 34 cars in GT3. I'm sure there's more than that. If any of you guys know, let me know. That'd be awesome. But yeah, we need a good qualifying effort. I'm gonna try to focus up here. I say try because, you know, hard to do. Habit had me look at that mirror. I'm solo.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Drove it too hard. Still do not understand the chicane at all. It's gonna be sketchy every time we go through it.
Green, green, green.
Try to get him 4 clean laps. Gotta stop shifting so early. Go, dude. Qualifying. Tire pressures are still low. Kind of wild. Decent. P14 out of 47. Damn, dude, that's very nice.
59.2.
Pace for about 10th. Stakes. Nice. Yeah, that's great pace, man. Son of a bitch. Yeah. PRL's just good in general. This, I'd say this audience is just a little bit weaker, but than I guess expected, but tomorrow night, man, ooh, these dudes are blazing fast. Great place to be to get better though, you know? Really hot that thing, huh? Alright. I'd like to be better in 6th. Holy hell, I'm 16th? Oh wait, that's overall. wait.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
I do the Disney trips, they're better. Decent. Come on. Fucking A, dude. Damn it.
59.492.
Terrible.
have about 1 lap of fuel left.
What up? Dude, messed that entry up pretty bad. Didn't have enough time either way.
All right, everybody, just a friendly reminder. GTP cars, you can go as soon as the pace car pulls into pit road. GT3, you must wait for the green flag to go.
It's a little annoying. I gotta be honest.
Line up on the left side. The estimated
Little
strength of
annoying.
the field is 2,030. Close.
I was hoping for a top 5 start. So I got some
We
work to
expect
do.
be fighting for the podium.
Appreciate it, Elliot. Corey did a good job. He's at P2. We know Corey, part of the Discord.
Half the field is on the grid.
It's frustrating. Just need to get better with my qualifying efforts, man. It's so important. It's common for people to just practice race laps over and over and over and over, right? But gotta get better at qualifying. Very patient, too patient. Yeah, I am not. You're about to find out. I mean, I'm pretty patient, I think, but when it's go time, it's go time.
5 cars left to grid.
Damn. 95 FPS. Taking a hit. Alright. Got all the leaders. Lap things up. 14 people hanging. Appreciate you. If you like what you're watching, like the video.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
If you don't, all good. No worries. Still welcome.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
Just don't troll me, please. We're gonna go here. So this is all... I have to keep it tight. I have to keep it tight. Or I think it'd be a bad idea to start going in the chicane.
Catch up, 55 car.
Yeah. Quality is critical, man. It's a hell of a lot easier to start in front of people than it is to pass them in the race, right?
All right, guys, got a short.
Alright, I'm not here for that.
Get ready, going green.
So we have to wait for green. It's so funny to me how the
Be ready.
YouTube algorithm knows when something's interesting's happening, because all of a sudden people show up like right at the start of
Green
races
flag, green
somehow.
flag. Right side. Clear. Left side. Keep to the right. Clear. Slow car ahead. Go right. There's an incident ahead. Car on your left. Keep to the right. Clear.
All right, good start. Tyler, thanks, sir. Fires, all the fuel. Yep. Oh, patience not it, buddy. We're going for aggression? Well, it has to be a slowdown.
Right side.
Right at the apex. That's a good way to get your slowdown served. Damn.
Clear on the right.
I shouldn't talk shit. He's in a no-win situation there.
19.805. You're in fifth.
Yeah, there it is. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. No doubt. Not sure about the fast part, but I'm gonna try. A slidey right there. A second, 3 seconds ahead. I don't feel like I know this track well enough to really compete with these dudes, unfortunately. Do my best. Try to put some pressure up there at some point. One second.
59.458.
Take it. 2911. Gotta remember this is multi-class. We'll see them at some point. Cause some chaos. Need to be jumping out a little bit. Scared to be honest.
For
3 seconds.
One, just set the fastest lap. 58.139.
Yeah, he's fast, man.
59.291. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Now I have like a weekend of time I could gain in these corners, but figuring that out in the race probably isn't going to happen. Just gotta see if we can put any pressure on guy ahead here. Mr. Murphy. Hopefully the guys behind do some battle.
Kimmy, you missed the presentation by Pele.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Will you get over it?
Thanks, Joe.
I was having a shit.
Man, this car feels so good through there. Getting caught up a little bit from behind. We have 13x in this league. Downshifted too early.
The car in P1, just set the fastest lap. 58.0.
Alright, so we have 12 laps until we have to pit. 12.3 to be precise, so no sense in trying to save anything. Always that moment when you haven't prepared much for a race, you get into it and you're like, man, if I had just put in a couple hours of practice. I've literally spent my entire week at Daytona in preparation for tomorrow night's race. Probably be a little bit more aggressive in that entry. Might be where I'm losing my time to him. There's an apex over there somewhere I should probably find. Not bad. Within a tenth of my fastest.
59.383.
Can't complain about that on that 5. Slow corners are just so brutal here. Here come the GTPs.
Faster traffic
Hey, awesome.
approaching.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you.
Left side.
Uh-oh. That
Clear
was
on
pretty
the left.
fucking stupid of you. Wouldn't have expected that from P1. Considering he nearly always has like a 5-second gap to everybody.
Group of faster
Glad I was
cars
paying attention, I
approaching.
guess.
The leader is running 58.54.
Yeah, outside, why not?
Clear on the left. Car right. Clear. 59.535.
I don't know why he's sending me blinks from that far back. I'm not gonna just get out of your way. Of course, I'm not paying attention to my
Car
goddamn
right.
braking zone
Faster
because of you.
traffic approaching. Clear. Right side. Clear on the right. Car right. Faster traffic approaching. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
Yeah, something must have happened to him.
Left side. Still there,
Yeah,
hold
it's
your line.
unfortunate. I can't just
Clear.
like...
Left side.
God, these guys suck. Kind of weird how momentum works, you know?
Faster traffic approaching.
Couple of these races in the Mustang GTPs are nuts. Yeah, it's a good call. This is a very tight track for IMSA. They just have to be patient. That's really what it boils down to.
Faster
Textbook
traffic
patience.
approaching.
Good
Car
job.
right. Clear. 0.298. You're in
Alright,
fourth
P4,
position.
six seconds behind P3. Feel like I'm always good at making time up on pit stops, so see what happens here. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They don't have great options, but they just have to, they gotta be patient. Honestly, it's what it boils down to. It's on them, right?
Faster car
We take our
coming up
line, they gotta do the thing. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Nordschleife configuration. GP circuit, not so much.
Left side, clear on the left.
Super technical and interesting, of course, but when you got this giant, beautiful beast called the Nordschleife just sitting on the other side of a piece of track, it's like criminal not to use it. That's probably a good point. I'm sure the thing I've started to get a little sour to, though, is trolls. Like, I'm sure I would say one thing and then some jerk off in a GTP, you know, all they do is GTP racing would come in and give me a bunch of salt, and honestly, I just feel like it's not worth the trouble. I'll just race for you guys. Yeah, I mean, me too. I like, shit, if I could find one, I would get some value out of it. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's relatively straightforward. It's on the overtaking car to find their way by, right? GT3s need to maintain predictability in
Faster traffic approaching.
all cases, and those guys just kind of have to be a little bit more patient than a lot of them seem to want to be. And I've driven both. I've done the Daytona 24 in a GTP car, like I get it. I definitely get it. Sorry if I missed a message up there. Y'all were cooking and I was sitting here trying to drive.
Faster car coming up quick.
I typically don't do multi-class unless it's a special event. I really don't like doing IMSA races and officials. It just feels like a exercise of frustration most of the time, to be honest. When you're the slowest class, it's just not that much fun. Something about being in the middle class is pretty cool. I mean, LMP2 is awesome by itself, but something about overtaking cars and being overtaken, but not quite at the same clip of speed, you know? Nice little sweet spot there. GTP are practically always offline in traffic. Yeah, exactly. That's how it should work. Because if you ask most people that drive the faster class, they're like, well, what do you want from the GT3s? And it's pretty simple. They just want you to be predictable. So if you drive your line as the GT3 car, you're going to be predictable, right? Don't go cutting across the track at a weird moment to like get out of their way or whatever. Just hold your line and be predictable. Which that generally works out fine. But then when they like stick their nose in an apex that you weren't expecting them to, or what have you, I'm like, that dude, smart.
Clear.
He waited for me to get through. And some, you know, it's tough. Like I said, I've been in that. Yeah, exactly, in theory. I've been in that situation. I get it, man. Like, you come up on a GT3 so fast, it's unbelievable. And you're like, oh man, if I could just get through this corner, I'm not going to get held up for the next 3 corners. Like, I get it. I've done it. But the truth of the matter is, you just gotta be a little patient. You're gonna wreck everybody's race. Traffic management is the name of the game. So yeah, you gotta be a little If you're the GTP, you got to be a little aggressive. If you're a little aggressive and it works out for you, and the guys around you that you're competing with are not as aggressive, you're gonna benefit, right? So I get it, but it's still frustrating as hell when you're the GT3 car. It just seems like there's no consequences for them and the officials. It's like their cars are made of steel and ours are made of paper mache. So even when you have contact, you're the one that loses out. Alright, 6 laps, so 5 at the line. Kind of insane to think we're halfway done. We've only seen these guys once. They must be coming soon. Can't focus on that right now. Yeah, just fuel. No tires required. In a 45-minute race, I mean, in any car, in any club, you don't need tires ever. There's times where it can make sense to take them because you need so much fuel that getting 2 tires or something is free. But you don't need them. And then you get that weird, like, 2 laps where the tires are not up to temp and all that. Getting a little sloppy here. Lost 0.6 on that lap alone. Oh, he lost 2.
59.949.
I mean, tire temps aren't even hot.
Have about 5
Front left's at 80.
left.
No, you're good, man. I appreciate it. I bet, dude. Be updating Windows for a weekend. Still 0.3 off. Yeah, they're coming. Gotta get through about 5 GT3s before he gets to me. Gee. I don't think I need to play that game, do I?
The leader is running 58.145.
I guess that's why he's the leader, Chad. Jim, whatever the hell your name is.
59.85. Faster traffic approaching. Car right. Clear.
Bought me in a good place this time. We'd love to see it. All right. Getting close to this pit stop here.
Faster car coming up quick.
Should catch me at a good spot, I would think. I'll be on the inside. Can't give you too tight of a... There we go. So that sounds not good. Alright, half a second off. Still got a 3-second gap.
9.817.
9 seconds to third, unfortunately.
You got a slow car on the right.
Could pit before all the GTPs get to me again. I'm not sure how much that actually helps, but pit stop is set up.
Faster car coming up quick.
Oh, please be smart here.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. Faster traffic approaching. Right side. Clear. Car right. Keep to the left. Clear.
Alright, so
0.091.
even if I go the two full laps I have available to me, it's probably only going to be 2 GTPs in the way. Seconds all of a sudden. Where'd that come from?
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Ha. 1,000,000% on max, of course. I think honestly the best thing I could say, there's a video of the team principal from McLaren where he talks about that incident. I would highly recommend watching that. That is 1000% how I feel. Summary of it is, if the stewards had done something about his driving in 2021, we wouldn't be having this problem today. But they didn't. They let him get away with it in 2021, so that's how he's going to drive forever. Can't be passed, man. His mentality is, we're both going to wreck.
Boxing 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
All right, give it to me. Yeah, he did. He also got penalty points on his license, which
All clear. Punch it.
that's a huge penalty. Penalty points on your license is a big deal. I don't think it's gonna matter as far as like
Faster car coming up quick.
him getting in
Car behind
trouble
you is pitting.
and missing a race or anything like that, but at the end of the day, penalty points on your license is huge. Shit, Jack, I hope I didn't do that to you, buddy. Like, spook him or anything. Let's have a decent outlap. See what happens here. I don't remember my gaps, but you get a better entry there, man. But yeah, for everybody hanging out, watching, I do appreciate you. I literally stream so you can watch.
Faster traffic approaching.
So I hope you enjoy it. Oh, let's see what happens here. Please God, go. Jeez. I don't blame you for going, but bad timing.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Y'all let the new guys learn. Hey, love it. I hope y'all find benefit, no doubt. Oh, there's Jack.
The car in front is pitting.
Alright, we should be making our spots up here soon. Hopefully in more.
25.184.
4.5 seconds. Wasn't he like 9 seconds ahead or something? Not that it matters, I guess.
Faster traffic approaching.
That's what tends to happen. Shit. Sorry, Ray. Didn't mean to scare you, brother.
Clear on the right.
3.5 to the guy behind still. So I gained a little time in the pits. Love it. Still think I'm over fueling. How about, well, decent. Almost 7 seconds. Okay.
The lead is pitting now.
Yeah, I don't, if you weren't watching F1 in 2021, I mean, I would really recommend, it's gotta be a phenomenal YouTube video of it, to be honest. I'm sure somebody's put one together. If you find one, throw it in the Discord. That was far and away the most insane season of F1 I've ever seen, and I think most people probably have ever seen. The fact the top two drivers went into the final race tied in points is insane. And Max and Lewis were all over each other the whole season. So yeah, check that out. I mean, there's got to be some great highlight videos of that season.
The car in front is pitting.
Hey, love it.
0.043.
Okay, so that puts me back to fourth.
It's going well. Keep at it.
Oh, dude, 2021, like, if you got a lot of free time on your hands, like no bullshit, go watch that season. It was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And I don't remember if it was like, oh, midway through the seasons when it really got nuts and you knew it was going to be as tight as it was. But dude, whew. As much as it hurts my soul to go back and watch Abu Dhabi 2021, that was one of the most tense races. I mean, easily the most tense race I've ever seen. It's not even close. It was insane. It got me interested. I might go back and see if I can find a good highlight video of that season. Really just talking about the way Max and Lewis drove each other. I should say it was more about the way Max drove Lewis, but Lewis was also too passive. Basically what we saw on Sunday was Lewis and Max from 2021, but the difference is Lando didn't budge. Where every time that happened in 2021, Lewis would move
The leader just did after 22.
so that they didn't have an incident. Lando did not. Basically. Which I'm glad. Glad he stood his ground. Unfortunately, it led to a contact and all that. And yes, Lewis was smarter because he was winning those races in those instances, you know.
59.539.
But,
You're
you
back
know,
in fourth position.
thing I always tell my kids, the only way to stand up to a bully is to punch him right square in the nose. If you don't do that, they'll bully you forever. And Lando did that, for sure. Oh my god, what was that? Yeah, dude, I'm a huge Lando fan, for sure. He's just great all around. Love nothing more than to see him give it to Max the rest of the season. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's unreasonable to think those guys were going to maintain a phenomenal friendship when you're competing at the highest level of motorsports, you know? I just think that's impossible. The only way you do that is if one of them's not competitive, you know? Which has basically been true the last 3 years. So, but once that changes, all bets are off, buddy. Two 9, 4 laps to go. E4, unfortunately. Look at the difference, man. We start 10th.
59.841.
Even further. Terrible. Now ask yourself, does qualifying matter?
Faster car coming up quick. Car right. Clear.
And you know, I don't know, actually. In this case, like, these guys ahead of me, I think, are probably just running better lap times than I have been the entire race. It's my guess. But, so maybe it doesn't matter as much here in the circumstance, but yeah, qualifying's huge. I've been practicing my ass off for tomorrow night's race. What's up, Peter? Mr. Nodwell, Lando fan extraordinaire. .3 gap. .1. Come on, man. Let's get it. Stop fucking around here.
Faster traffic approaching. Car right. Clear on the right. Car
I
right.
didn't know he was there at all.
Clear on the right. 0.3.
Just saw that you said what, or yup. So funny in that turn, I think I'm trail braking deep, and I look down, I'm actually not putting in any input at all. I guess my minimum threshold is too high. Four-one, what happened to him? He's struggling back there. Going around to 2 to go. I got way too much fuel. That can't be right. Let's see what it is at the end of the race.
Faster car coming up quick.
He comes up quick on the straight. It's one nice thing about them being GTPs. They're so much faster. You don't generally have to wait very long. Sloppy.
Faster traffic approaching.
I don't like it when they do that shit though. You don't need to like literally cut right up in front of me. It's kind of stupid on their part, right? I mean, I missed my braking zone by about 3 feet and they're dead.
Faster traffic approaching.
Approach quickly. Oh shit, it's 2 of them. And Rodrigo, oh my god. This could be terrible.
Right side.
My Jesus.
Keep to the left. Clear on the right. Last lap.
Alright, one more time.
Right side. Clear.
I don't see
0.5,
any
3,
GTPs for this lap. What I need to be looking out for is Rodrigo here. Doing something crazy and causing an accident. Come on, stop sliding the damn car. I swear these corners, I hate these corners. Ooh.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Which is crazy. Way too much fuel. I could have put 4 less liters in and still finished. I gotta get better with that. Yeah, I think it burned me one time. I think I have it set to like 0.2 more than I need or something just to give me a little buffer. And it burned me in literally one race ever. And so then I bumped it up to like 1.0. That's just way too much. I need to just go back down to 0.2 and just suck it up if that ever happens again. And I literally forget about it every time until we're right here. Alright boys, P4, I'll take that all day. All day. Absolutely.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Not the best qualifying
Nice
effort.
run, solid work.
Made up the spots on the track. Damn, 0.5 under? I'll have to check that out. Ben, thank you. Peter, thank you. Much appreciated, my gentlemans. Oh, now I'm stiff. I want to go look at that first lap. The first lap was nuts. I'm beat. I don't see it. Laps. Got a good little start. Way too much space given there. Knew I was good here, trying to draft the Ferrari. Really wasn't planning to make a move down there, really just wanted to draft him. Always afraid something's gonna happen on the inside here. Man, if that was an official, can you imagine? Look at how much space was over here. Like, this is an official race, we're all dead. I mean, you have to freaking guard this thing like your life depends on it. Yay, league racing. Good little 192. Just hoping to do a switchback, but can't see through the boat. It's so damn big. Be covered. I wasn't trying to overtake on the outside, but trying to get a better line, carry more speed. And then really this changed everything. Wow, everybody got through that really well. These two obviously went way off. I'm guessing they got a slowdown for that. I don't know. We lost 2 here. I was kind of worried 92 here was not going to know I was on his outside, but thankfully he did. Space given. How was that? Did I get another overtake done? Shit. I think he had a slowdown of some kind. Oh, absolutely. Big time slowdown right there. That was it, man. I got all my positions pretty much just like that. It's unfortunate. Still gave him way too much space while I'm whining about him serving his penalty the way that he did. I think that was it. To some 5th at this point. I don't know how I got up to 6th. Oop. What happened to this dude? Oh yeah, what happened to him? Sean Murphy. All looks normal. A little squirrely, no problems though. We don't have any protests to submit, do we, guys? I wasn't really paying. Why is he so off the pace? Almost looks like somebody whose tires just fell off a cliff. Clearly that wasn't it. Really strange. Equipment problems or something? I mean, what happened there? Anywho, alright, good stuff. We save. Yeah, let's save it, of course. We save it. We save everything. Fun times. Let's go take a look at the standings real quick. Y'all can't see this for shit. Hold on a second. I need to just bite the bullet and accept that my monitor's too damn big. So I need to adjust it so people can actually see it. But then it kind of sucks for me because when I'm not using OBS, I'm only using like 80% of my screen, maybe. Anywho, it's really dark in here all of a sudden. Apologies, I use dark mode. Monday. Actually, let's just go to the results. Posteds. I kind of hate, oh, here we go. It still shows where you started overall. I'd like to see where you started in class. That would be awesome. Because I want to say I was 10th or 11th? Something like that. Anywho, 24th overall. Finished 4th in class. 17th overall. Pretty solid, man. Ryan was pretty quick. Had a faster lap than I did. I guess he just made a couple mistakes and I was more consistent than he was. I only have one incident point to that whole race. That's pretty cool. Guess I had one little off track in there somewhere. Brett, super quick. Happy for my boy Corey. That's pretty awesome, man. He had a full second faster than me. That's like crazy. His average is almost a full second faster than mine. I clearly did not practice at all. And it's like I'm torn, you know. I want to be more competitive. But then at the same time, it's like I gotta, to have a decent race on Tuesdays, I have to put in a lot of time. So it's kind of what I'm doing, but we'll see how the season goes. If my Tuesday one, you know, is just not fruitful or whatever, maybe I'll spend more time practicing for these races to have a decent result by the end of the season. But hey, you know, for prep, P4 not bad. Really got to fix my qualifying efforts. I mean, that's true of all races, but especially these, man. The fields are generally so tight that you really got to start up front. I mean, it's kind of how it works. Sounds simple, and I guess in some ways it is, but yeah. Good stuff. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. If you liked what you watched, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back tomorrow night. We are at Daytona, and I'm going to be racing with the SimCity Racing dudes, which will be super cool. Got a sweet looking livery for it. Let me see, actually. I'll show you. I'll give you a little teaser. Welcome to Photoshop. Licensed, by the way. There you go. That's tomorrow night's thumbnail. Just throwing it out there. I think it looks pretty cool. Car looks awesome. I love this livery. Black Corvette. It's good. It's good for the soul right there. So that'll be the thumbnail for tomorrow. It's at Daytona. It's going to be absolutely insane. 57 super fast GT3 guys. I don't even know what my goals are. Just something decent. Top 30 maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Something. But anywho, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys another night. Hopefully tomorrow night. Peace.